Hello everyone, this is Ronan Blue, and for those that don't know me, this channel is all about how my girlfriend and I just started our financially independent debt-free journey since paying off our mortgage. With my newfound freedom, I talk about how we made it happen, the forms of passive income we have, our thoughts of early retirement overseas, personal thoughts, and general financial issues. Today's topic is on the 8 best reasons to retire to Malaysia. Stay till the end of the video to see whether this would be your retirement destination. Just as a disclaimer, the information provided is a general guide and to be used for educational purposes only. Malaysia is a country that offers secluded beaches, fantastic scuba diving, abundant nature, exotic foods, and a rich culture. With all these places to see, to eat, and things to do in Malaysia, it's no surprise that many want to plan out their retirement here. Let's get into the reasons right away. Number 1. Culture in Malaysia. This country is a multiracial country and is well known as a food paradise because of it. Although there is rapid modernization, it still manages to hold on to a proud heritage. The population division is 68.8% Malay, followed by Chinese at 23.4%, Indians at 7%, and others at 1%. Malays are the dominant ethnic group and are typically Muslim and speak the Malay language, but a large majority of people in Malaysia do speak English. They often say that Malaysians are open with their opinions as well, quick to tell you what's on their minds, a very friendly, honest, and safe country. Number 2. Places to live in Malaysia. Kuala Lumpur. Malaysia's capital is often the first choice for expats when it comes to living. It has all the conveniences of the Western world mixed with a Malaysian flair. Although more expensive and much busier than other areas in Malaysia, there are various choices from condos to houses, hilly suburbs to bustling townships or gated communities. There are lots of malls and thousands of restaurants serving up everything from local noodle dishes to steaks and burgers. They also have a decent train and bus system. You may need a car if you plan on living farther out from the city. Penang, or Georgetown Penang, is a charming island on the Malaysian peninsula. The island is about a 3-hour drive north from KL, but more time with other kinds of transports. It's a popular place for weekenders and retirees. It's also called the food capital of Malaysia, and people from all around Asia flock there to eat the local delicacies. The city is also widely known for its street art and tantalizing cuisines. The food in Penang is a mix of Malay, Chinese, and European tastes. It's also a UNESCO World Heritage Site and has a more laid-back lifestyle with a historical city center. The housing is also cheaper than KL, and there is a range of condos, houses, and bungalows to choose from. There are also malls, movie theaters playing the latest American movies, and plenty of secluded beaches to picnic on. Malacca. This place is a cultural gem. There are many old buildings and the food is famous here as well. It has that small town feel to it. It's a port town that is about a 3-hour drive from Singapore. There are also regular bus connections to KL as well, being close to this city. There are river cruises here where you can see all the riverside cafes and murals. You can also see the strong Portuguese, Dutch, and British influences seen in Malacca's historical buildings and museums. It is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site with plenty to see. Jangkawak is a street in Chinatown that has a weekend night market with lots to do and eat as well. Langkawi Island. This is the perfect beach getaway. It's one of the biggest islands in Malaysia and is a hub of activities. There are water sports, adventurous off-roading, and nature tours. Senang Beach, a 2-kilometer stretch of sand, is the most popular. There's windsurfing, parasailing, jet skiing, and sea kayaking. You can also spot eagles, otters, and dolphins here as well. Number 3. Food in Malaysia. Banana leaf. This would be one of the great South Indian cuisines in Malaysia. If you love rice, you will definitely love the banana leaf rice. White rice is served on a banana leaf with an assortment of vegetables, curried meat or fish, and pickles. But keep in mind you eat with your hands. Might be a cultural experience for you. Hook Tin Mee. Fried hook tin mee is a dish of thick yellow noodles braised in thick dark soy sauce with pork, squid, fish cake, and cabbage as the main ingredients, and cubes of crispy fried pork lard as garnishing. Nasi lemak. This means fatty rice and involves rice that is cooked in coconut milk with pandan leaves. It is traditionally served wrapped in a banana leaf with dried anchovies, sambal, a spicy sauce, boiled egg, and roasted peanuts. Laksa. This is a sour, spicy, slightly sweet fish noodle soup dish. It consists of rice noodles in a thick, gritty gravy made from either coconut milk and curry paste or tamarind fruit and fish. It has lemongrass, garlic, shallots, chili, fish or shrimp, and a long list of other seasonings blend for a complex taste. It's a fusion of Chinese and Malay cuisine. Number 4. Entertainment in Malaysia. There are a variety of activities in Malaysia, and remember, English is widely spoken here. You can hang out at the tropical beaches, go trekking through the national parks, and discover their history. Here are some things you can do here. Petronas Towers. There is KL's famous Petronas Towers. It's a display of the country's Islamic beliefs and cutting-edge innovation. It's 451.9 meters high, so you can go all the way up to the 86th floor to get some of the panoramas of the city. Mount Kinabalu. Climbing Mount Kinabalu is a popular activity. You can also do other popular activities in Kota Kinabalu as well, such as the Tunku Abdul Rahman Marine Park, to do popular activities like diving, snorkeling, wildlife watching, and trekking. There are stunning sunsets, local markets, and the old charm mixed with the modern. Perhentian Islands. On the northeast coast of Malaysia are two tropical paradises, Pulau Besar and Pulau Kecil, that offer long sandy beaches and laid-back atmosphere. Both islands offer scuba diving at very affordable prices. Batu Caves. Here you will see the statue of Lord Murugan, and is one of the top things to do in Malaysia. There are 3 main caves composing the Batu Caves, but the most famous is 272 steps to the top cliff. Hang in there, we are halfway through. Watch for some more great points coming now. Number 5. Cost of living in Malaysia. According to Numbeo, consumer and rent prices in Malaysia are 43% to 52% cheaper than the United States. A meal for 2 at a mid-range restaurant would be $11.80 USD. If you plan to do the majority of your eating at home, however, you'll do rather well with less than $400 USD per month as a couple. Eating out is fairly affordable. If you eat at street food stalls, you can get by with as little as $2 to $3.50 per meal per person. Basic monthly utilities for electricity, heating, cooling, water, garbage for a mid-size apartment is $49 per month. Cost of water is very affordable, less than $7 USD per month, and electric bills would be about $30 to $50 USD per month. Cell phone plans $10 to $15 per month. Monthly rent for a 1-bedroom apartment in city center would be $410 to $530 per month. Outside city center would be $331 to $405 USD. An average 2-bedroom apartment in the city is around $650 per month. Studio apartments would range from about $370 USD to $480 USD per month. Rental in KL's more expensive areas can range from $550 USD to $792 USD per month. Many expats say they are generally satisfied with their financial situation and are happy to have more than enough to balance their budgets and still have fun. Number 6. Buy property in Malaysia. In Malaysia, foreigners could actually buy and own land. You'll find that in other regions like Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, or the Philippines, it isn't the case. The Malaysian government actually encourages foreigners to make Malaysia their second home, for either long-term stay, retirement, or investment purposes. Foreign ownership of property is possible as long as minimum requirements are met. There are some restrictions though. Here are just a few to mention. But if you're further interested, you can find more detailed publicly available information online. Properties valued less than RM 1,241,630 USD with today's FX rate in most of the major states can't be bought. You can't buy properties built on Malay reserve land as well. So this just means foreigners could own a house, bungalow, studio unit, and condos. Number 7. Healthcare in Malaysia. Malaysia doesn't have a national health service, but it has a subsidized rating system for medical treatment. It is governed by the Ministry of Health, funded by the state, employers, and residents. Both public and private healthcare is available, and though public healthcare is cheaper, it is often overcrowded. Public healthcare is also only available to Malaysian nationals. Private healthcare is more expensive, but offers the best facilities for individual attention to patients, and the medical treatment is on par with developed countries, but the medical costs are much higher for expats, because there are no set plans for them. The prices vary as well between Malaysian nationals and foreigners, sometimes by a very large difference. But some expats say it's still affordable. A visit to the doctor for flu or cold, consultation with medication would be RM 55 or $15 USD for foreigners, and a visit to the dentist for filling a tooth would be RM 90 or $25 USD approximately. Number 8. How to live in Malaysia. Malaysia has a 30-day visitor visa, but they have a great retirement program called the MM2H program. that stands for My Malaysian Second Home that grants a multi-entry visa into the country that's valid for 10 years. What's great about it is that it's not just for retirement age expats. The program is offered to anyone who is able to support themselves without working. It could be through your savings, pension, or foreign income. Your spouses and dependent children under 21 of age are also allowed to reside with them as well. There seems to be two categories for the MM2H program. Keep in mind of the FX fluctuations in USD. But to mention as well, they are thinking of raising the requirements in the near term, which is normal for any country with a retirement program to do. But as of now, the requirements are these. For those under 50 years old, they need to show liquid assets of at least 500,000 RM or 130,000 USD that generates a monthly offshore income of at least 10,000 RM or $2,500 USD. A local bank account must also be opened in your name with a cash deposit of at least 300,000 RM or $75,000 USD. After a 1-year period, half could be withdrawn to use within Malaysia, but a minimum of 150,000 RM or $37,000 USD must be present at all times in the account going forward to maintain a valid permit. For those over 50 years old, they would need to show they have liquid assets of at least 350,000 RM or $85,000 USD that generates a monthly offshore income pension of at least 10,000 RM or $3,000 USD. You would also need to open a Malaysian bank account, but with a deposit of at least 150,000 RM or $38,000 USD. After a year, 50,000 RM or 12,500 USD could be withdrawn to be used in Malaysia, but you need to maintain a minimum balance of 100,000 RM or $25,000 USD at all times. Together with opening a bank account, you would need to pass a health exam as well, approved by a medical facility in the country where you purchase medical insurance. Keep in mind, however, that it doesn't grant permanent residency in Malaysia, and you won't receive the same freedoms as a permanent residency holder. Time spent under this program unfortunately doesn't count towards permanent residency or citizenship. You can, however, travel with no restrictions to come and go as you please. It's a great program for those that want that flexibility. There are other incentives as well. You can import a car valued at $35,000 USD or less duty-free. As mentioned before, you can bring a spouse, dependent children under 21 of age. Those over 50 years old could get part-time work. There are tax breaks for offshore pensions or income coming into Malaysia. There's also the newly introduced EVAL Electronic Visa Approval Letter. It allows MM2H participants to apply online through an immigration system anytime and anywhere or appoint their MM2H agent to do so. Yes, you need an agent. It notifies the applicant of any missing documents while the applicant can track the latest status online. Although it all sounds wonderful, let's look at the overall points that may or may not make Malaysia your possible retirement destination. Let's start with the good. There's a low cost of living and great value. You can get the Malaysia My Second Home program for that 10-year visa. The healthcare is on par with North America. It's a pretty safe country except for the petty theft. The locals are very friendly and welcoming. The housing is affordable. It also makes for an excellent place to travel from. English is everywhere. You can purchase property pretty easily. The culture and food is fantastic. And here are some of the bad points mentioned by some expats. The drivers are aggressive. There is constant development adding to noise pollution. It's pretty hot and humid at times as well. It's very far from the United States. There is seasonal haze and poor air quality. There is a lot of littering going on, from litter on the beaches, on roads, in the ocean, and some floating in the river. Imports are very expensive. There are limitations sometimes for entertainment and activities. Although there is that difference in opinion, the majority of expats feel the good outweighs the bad. The big point to mention is that you can also make friends with both the expats and locals here, since the majority of people do speak English here. Unlike other countries, you might feel socially isolated because of the language barriers. There are also constant improvements in the infrastructure here as well. The roads and bridges are in good shape. There's also a new light rail transit system. With delicious cuisine, friendly people, and famously beautiful beaches, it's easy to see why many expats have chosen Malaysia as their home. Combine this with a low cost of living, a favorable exchange rate, and English as a recognized language, it looks like a great place to be. Well, tell me what you think of retiring in Malaysia in the comment section below. If you like this vlog, please don't forget to give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell for more of my content here. Thank you for watching my vlog. I hope you have a great day and see you soon.